Welcome back to Split Second. Today we're going to be doing the Sunset Fire episode, which is number 4 out of 12.
That's 3 4s.
Yes, it is. 444.
This time,
I can
on
do
Split
math.
Second.
Math is very difficult. Why would you do math when you can do explosions? Like this one, and that one, and that one.
What does BRTV stand for?
BRTV is BlackRock TV. The developer of this game was BlackRock Studio.
Gotcha.
So, as usual, we've got 6 events. You can see here that the bonus actually has 30 rivals that we have to kill in order for us to unlock it, which is a very large number. That's an average of 7.5 kills an event.
This is algebra with Turtle and Diacorn.
Yep, that's us. Algebra pros. But I'm really more of a driver. So we unlocked 2 vehicles last episode. Both of them are Cobrettis. This is the Cobretti Nero, which is basically a Mercedes. And this is a Cobretti Vortex, which is basically a Lambo.
I like that the Cobretti Vortex kind of looks like Michael Phelps because it has like the 2 nose holes and the little bridge over it and the eyes.
You know, I think when they were going through feedback for these designs, they were like, you know, if you could just make that car look more like Michael Phelps, that would be great.
I mean, you don't know, because this was before the whole pot allegations thing.
I don't know that those were allegations if they were true.
Fair. That's fair. I don't really have a response for that.
Well, let's go and focus on our first event. This is on Dry Docks, which is actually a new track. This is an elimination event. We've done these before, but since this is a new track, it's going to kind of play out weird.
Ooh, I like weird.
Yep, weird is pretty good. Talking of weird, the Cobretti Nero GT400 is definitely weird. It doesn't really handle like anything else in the game because it's all-wheel drive, which in this game means that basically it doesn't really drift so much as it kind of does these shallow power slides. But it can blow things up just as well as every other car, so...
All-wheel drive also means it drives better in snow.
It does, according to certain drift-based animes.
Yep. The helicopter noises are so good.
The helicopter noises are really, really good at getting you into the moment.
Thought I was back home in LA for once because I was hearing the.
This is also a great noise. And I just managed to avoid getting crushed by the control tower smokestack thing.
I like how you can see on the car, like, the way the physics pushes the car around.
And that's especially notable with the GT400, actually, because the GT400 is so heavy, it basically handles, like, kind of a big block of ice. So you really do feel the kind of road noise. It's kind of hard to describe until you've actually played the game. But all that weight means that we don't really feel the explosion so much, which is why I can just blow this ship up and it doesn't bother me.
But it's gotta excite you just a little bit.
Oh no, it totally does. I love blowing up that ship.
You probably missed it, but there was another billboard that was just advertising tacos.
Oh yeah, no, tacos are big in the universe of Split Second.
It's the only food stuff that's left in the post-apocalyptic world.
Why would you need anything besides tacos and Mountain Dew to go with your explosions?
There's another one.
You do love those billboards.
I do. I've started paying more attention to them. Like, one of them was advertising Orlando Schwartz.
Orlando Schwartz for President 2020?
I don't know. That's what it looked like. Or it was like a Spaceballs joke. I don't know.
I'm able to drift this corner a little bit better because I'm not being buffeted around by the explosion of the smokestack. So it actually sets me up a little bit better to go into this back straight. We've also managed to get a little bit of a lead, so hopefully it's smooth sailing. The biggest thing with the Nero is actually getting it to play ball with you when you want to drift it.
Or getting it to play Iron Man.
It does that fairly well, actually. If only it came in yellow so we could get the red and yellow thing going on.
Wait. Oh shit, that was Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, it was.
Not Robert De Niro.
Nope.
Well then.
Let's go on to our next event, which is another Detonator event. And I know how much y'all love these, so we're going to get to go ahead and play with the Ryback Coyote, which is one of my personal favorite vehicles in this game, because it has a solid 10 out of 10 in drifting.
I've heard some people say it coyote.
Coyote is what they say in some parts of the South. Not this particular part of the South. This is getting to the point where these Detonator events actually become really, really, really hard. So I'm going to turn on serious corn mode for a little bit.
Is that where you, like, polish the two horns and get them to a point?
No, it's about the bit where my main starts flowing and it's great and everybody loves it. So one of the things that you have to do to really get the Coyote playing with you is that you have to be able to stomp the gas. Just stomp the gas and let it go. The Coyote will carry itself through any corner. And with a solid 10 out of 10 in drifting, if you stomp the gas, you can just turn it wherever you want to go. There's no real delay. And it's especially useful when you're coming up into these S-curves like this one, where I can swing the car over this way and then immediately push it back the other direction. I'm kind of going toward the outside, but I just stomp the gas and come back in.
This is really just pretty.
Yeah, Port Bridge is a really, really pretty track because it shows off like all the major sort of set pieces of the dock set.
And they have other colors. I find it weird that you always seem to be racing at dusk.
Well, actually, if you go into the quick races and some of the later events, then they do swap it up on you. You just haven't seen enough of really any of the tracks yet for you to tell the difference. We've also unlocked the Hanzo GT, which is pretty great. The Hanzo GT is another car that has a 10 out of 10 in drifting, but it's not nearly as controllable or nice as the Coyote.
No one loves Hanzo.
Nobody loves Hanzo, and people who play Hanzo are trash. Fight me.
Ooh, we're getting topical here. Did you see that political ad that said Donald Trump is a Hanzo maid and won't switch?
I don't think I've seen that one, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't go there. I'm not going to get started on that.
I'd prefer if you didn't for the purposes of my Let's Play.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is based on a place in Los Angeles, I think. That's the Staples Center on the right.
Yeah, it is. One of the things that's really cool about Split Second, which I think you pointed out in the first episode, is that this city set is kind of a pastiche of like every major city in the United States.
Yeah.
It also has just as many explosions as every city in the United States.
This is weird because, like, for a split second, oh.
Roll credits!
Yeah. I was, like, it was pulling up, and I was just like, wait, this low-key looks familiar. But then this goes into, like, New York, so it was like we were at the Staples Center, and now we're in New York City.
This bit where you're driving under the train tracks is very Chicago L.
Yeah. But all the palm trees makes me think Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's really cool how you can pick out little elements of the setting depending on where you've lived. I don't know, it's just kind of neat.
Oh my gosh, we finally found the taco restaurant that has been advertised. It's Chili Boy's Cantina.
Chili Boy's Cantina shows up in a fair number of tracks, actually. Also, that truck.
Wow, that is a nice... How come you don't have anything that nice? Oh, shit.
That's the Ryback Thunder. Also, that guy's a jerk and totally wrecked me out.
Yeah, that was really brutal, because normally you just explode, but that was like full-on car crash.
Yeah, no, like I said, we're getting into the point where this game is getting really hard and actually pretty challenging. Oh, you were asking about the dump truck and the helicopter?
No. Oh, that's good.
I love the helicopter.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was a really close dodge.
That was amazing. That looked like you almost did it on purpose. See, I've also been in San Francisco, so like that totally kind of looks like the Golden Gate.
I'm sure it's supposed to be the Golden Gate.
This is so weird. It's like throwing me off a little.
You mean how this is actually competitive now?
Yeah. Well, not only that, but the way everything's laid out. Oh, jeez. Yeah, oh, jeez.
Oops. Yeah, the autopilot kind of messed with me there. I was expecting to be able to dodge it, but it didn't return control to me early enough, so I couldn't do that. Just go and weave around these guys. So we're in a really bad spot right now because we've got 3.5 seconds to make up, and we're coming up on the last lap, and I'm kind of running out of power plays. So let's be a little unorthodox. So after you collapse the construction site building 3 times, you can unlock this shortcut,
Oh.
which gets you up onto these tracks.
Oh my gosh.
And then that brings you out right next to the end of the freeway. It's like a 10-second shortcut. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was a sick. You 3.4 Blitz 3.7. You gained 7 seconds in that shortcut.
Yes, very good, Turtle.
Hey, I'm good at math.
I see you've been putting those algebra skills to use.
Yep. I solved for X.
So let's go ahead and polish this off with a sweet drift. That guy was actually getting really close to me.
Yeah, that guy almost got you. So during this whole race, I thought this up. What do you call a couple of drivers with cold feet?
I don't know.
Just a couple of chili boys.
You know, you're not allowed to say boy in my Let's Play.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I understand that's your new favorite word, but I'm sure we can move you on to something else.
Are you gonna send me away to camp?
So let's go ahead and do another race with the Nero.
Now I'm trying to think of what Robert De Niro was in. He was in Meet the Fockers, right?
Why would you watch Meet the Fockers when you can watch Explosions?
Because my doctor told me to call him if I get an erection for more than 4 hours.
Did he tell you to take 2 of these and call him in the morning?
Yeah, but then he just put a couple of, like, Baoding balls in my hand.
Let's just go ahead and, you know, blow up that smokestack.
Oh, that stack of cars got smoked.
Oh, totally. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves an early lead here. One thing that the Cobretti Nero does so well is really allow you to maintain your lead. Because it's got a solid top speed and pretty much nothing can slow it down once you get going. It's got a solid 6 out of 10 for strength.
You dropped a carport on that man.
I did drop a carport on that man, and this man tries to ram me into the railing.
Wow, these drivers are dicks.
I told you, this is the point where the game actually starts getting really challenging.
I didn't think that they were going to get more aggressive. That's cool.
It is actually pretty cool, and you can see a pretty solid progression of their aggression.
More like wait, no, that doesn't work. It would work in text.
That was the joke, Turtle.
Progression. I did a little head nod there, but you didn't see it.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. No, it was real funny. The comedic timing was on point.
Very funny man.
Okay, that was my nickname in high school.
I bet it was.
Well, it was a bit of a misnomer, but, you know.
Because you're not funny at all?
No, I was only 14, so I wasn't technically a man. I was just a funny boy. I'm sorry, when you pull ahead and there's no one to, like, explode things around you, I gotta think, oh my gosh.
What were you saying about exploding things?
Who's even around you right now?
Well, that guy's actually pretty close to me. I'm gonna slide under that crane.
Do their timing get better?
Their timing gets more exact. But it also just happens that a lot of the map's later power plays give you fewer opportunities to dodge. One of the great things about Ferry Wharf is that it's a very wide track for the most part, so you have a lot of opportunities to dodge, but that's not the case with every map. Certainly not a lot of the later ones. I can really take advantage of the Nero's ability to transfer its weight just sliding around. I can just stomp the gas like I did in the Coyote and everything turns out great.
I always love this jump.
It's a great jump.
Yep. I like that your car cheers you on while you're jumping, too.
I love that. One thing that's really kind of weird about that jump, though, is that depending on where you're angled, you can actually miss it and crash into the boat. It's kind of funny, actually.
That's amazing. Oh, he was doing so well.
He was, and then I had to dodge him and mess myself up. So you may have asked yourself, well, are you going to unlock the bonus event? It looks like you did, but I didn't see you wreck 30 people. That's because of my very clever editing. You're not actually seeing the other race that I did to meet the requirements for this.
Oh, very clever.
It is. So let's go ahead and do that next event, which is a Detonator.
Detonator? I hardly know her. Jeez.
So this time we're going to be using the Cobretti GT500, which is obviously another Cobretti, but this one looks kind of like an Aston Martin DB9. I'm not a huge fan of it.
Because, like, everyone sends me those Aston videos. Wow, you just barely missed that crane.
I did. The crane is pretty crazy. The crane can actually screw you over pretty big time if you're doing this Detonator event.
Holy crap.
The main issue that I find with the GT500 is that it either understeers or it oversteers way too much. You never get it to the point where it's just, you know, at a comfortable medium.
I have no idea what understeering or oversteering means in this situation.
Understeering means it goes straight into the wall when you want it to turn more. Oversteering means that it's pointed toward the inside of the corner.
Okay, so those are like NASCAR terms.
Well, they're car terms in general. One other issue with the GT500 that makes me not like it very much is that it encourages you to drift because you scrub a lot of speed just turning. But it's also not very stable at all, like, as you can see here. And the zone for it to start spinning out is very high. So it's really easy to start losing speed when you drift as well. I just hate it.
Doesn't seem that bad.
My experience with it is very negative because I was only 0.3 seconds off the gold time for this.
I think you're just being a baby.
Maybe just a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Imagine being the guy whose top speed record got beaten by 0.27 seconds.
Yeah, that was a bad day for him.
Oh, it's gotta happen all the time in the speedrunner community. I want to see someone on live stream when they figure out that, like, they've been beaten by 0.01 seconds.
Well, it happens all the time when you're speedrunning. I guess you just have to have some humble pie when that happens.
Some what?
Some humble pie.
Is that what? Okay, I'm gonna let that one go. I've never heard that term before.
Clearly, this is something that they don't have over in,
What is humble pie made out of? Like pecans?
Civility. Anyway, let's go on to the Elite Race. This one takes place in Port Bridge, and I've decided to give our Cobretti Vortex a nice new makeover.
Ooh. I like black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You know what it is. So we're going to start off strong.
Holy shit.
Yep. Serious Corn does not mess around when it comes to the elites.
I want to be the helicopter pilots whose whole job is to just float there with a barrel of explosives, and when someone, like, pings me a light, I just drop it on a guy.
It's a good thing that we don't have any dock workers who were working here and expecting this set to exist when they came back to work the next day.
Well, they still have to rebuild it for the next race.
There must be quite the fleet of worker bees who are responsible for managing and maintaining this set.
Oh my god, they're people, you monster.
That was Raptor. We established last episode that Raptor's a total asshole, so I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm rooting for Livewire because he seems leaked, but the leet is spelled 1337.
Believe it or not, Livewire can actually low-key carry. If you get into fighting Vixen and Raptor for first place, Livewire will sneak up on you like that, but I usually just, drop a barrel on him and he's set.
Do they have like different like personalities where they like doing different things?
Not really as such. You see their personalities just in the general kind of way they drive and where they tend to finish. Like, for example, Raptor will always get second or better unless you do something. Which is why I'm very aggressive when it comes to maintaining my lead.
Oh, shit. Jeez, they're getting, like, really aggressive.
Yes, they are. This particular elite race is starting to kind of get into knockdown dogfight mode, and that's sort of going to become the norm as we go forward because they're going to get more competitive. So yeah, let's just do that since we're playing Port Bridge.
Well, of course, I would be very disappointed if you went through Port Bridge and didn't do this horrific deformation.
Yep, that's what we do. Fun times here on Split Second.
And fuck those awnings in particular.
Oh yes. No, I love blowing through the awnings whenever I'm down there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and there's the smokestack. I remember that smokestack.
Yeah, but we don't get a chance to collapse it this time.
No.
So we're on the last lap and there are 5 seconds to make up. So we kind of got to pull something out here. And I do just barely manage to touch Raptor with the crane. I never hit the crane. I was genuinely impressed that I managed to do this.
Ooh, a torpedo sneaking up on you.
Yeah, Torpedo drives the same car as Livewire, so he can definitely sneak up on you too, but Livewire is usually the one who does it.
And that is that.
That is that.
Said the cat.
After a hard-fought race, we did manage to finally pull out a victory. That was probably the hardest we've fought for the entire playthrough so far.
I bet.
Oh yeah, no, it was grueling. But we did manage to qualify for the next episode, which is pretty neat. And we got this thing.
Nice. Ooh, it looks like an avocado.
It is avocado colored. This is the Bayonet R. It's sort of the Hanzo version of the Cobretti Vortex, but it's different.
Is the Bayonet R Sony's answer to Bayonetta?
It is not.
Or Bayonet A? Okay.
But we're going to go ahead and do Hit the Skids.
You
Gross,
don't want to miss this train.
You know they make baby wipes for that.
What were you saying?
On the next
I couldn't hear you over the
chassis-shaking
sound of
episode
collapsing trains.
Split Second.
I know. Oh my gosh. No.
They somehow managed to continue outdoing themselves.
Jeez. Oh, hey, that's good to know.
Yep. So on the next episode of Split Seconds, we hit the skids.
Bring your baby wipes.